for that, Anthony. And with that brings us to the final talk, the final normal talk, if we can describe any Ignite talks ever as normal, but the final normal talk of the evening, and then there is still the Ignite karaoke to take place after that. We have had a volunteer. It's going to be good fun. But before that, if you can welcome to the stage Kirsty Styles, who's going to tell us about Eurovision and bicycles.
Headliner! How to follow all of that. Right. Hello, Liverpool! My name is Kirsty Styles. Thank you very much for having me this evening. You are a vision. I am, to my own surprise, here to talk to you about what exactly, or thereabouts, cycling has got to do with Eurovision. Just to pin my colours to my jersey early, I am the new and first ever lady chairman of the Merseyside Cycling Campaign. I'm a ride leader with the Egmouth Community Cycle Club. I'm also a front rider for the Bradbury Fields and Savvy Tandem Club, which meant that I did the Liverpool-Chester 50 miles last year on a tandem with an excellent blind co-pilot called Lynn. So I am quite clearly here to extol the joys of the magic wheel by jamming them into a Eurovision-shaped hole. Now, you may or may not know that when the current model of bicycle, the safety bicycle, was debuted in the 1890s, almost immediately, men tried to stop women riding them. That was what the actual fuck. They told women that cycling would make you infertile. They said it would make your face stick like that, which I think is the face of pure joy, which no man has ever seen. They even said it would make women more promiscuous. And in fact, they were right, because sociologists now credit cycling with reducing the amount of birth defects in the US and the UK populations at the turn of the last century. Yes, queens! Oh no. Big smiley face there. But mainly it meant that women could get away. Somebody stop her! Rather sadly, today, less than a third of cyclists in the UK and the US are women, almost exactly the same number as 100-odd years ago, despite the fact that we can all participate, much more fully in miserable capitalism as long as you can vote for whoever you like, a posh, mediocre white man. Excellent. So, the Venn diagram, you're all thinking. The next part of my talk is going to be about what exactly cycling and, this is going far too fast. So, we're going to talk about which one is going to be the best country ever, according to my really shit metrics, which I'm really sad about there being a Royal Sociological Data man in the room. So, best cycling country, any guesses? Okay, those are all... Okay. Okay, we're going to find out in a second, folks. So, some of the best places to cycle are actually in Europe, and we're going to find in a moment which... Hey! Not UK. Okay, so we've got Netherlands, Denmark, Germany, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Keep those ones in mind, folks, because we're trying to work out from that Venn diagram the best country in the world, okay? So, more spurious data connections. Okay, what's the most gender-equal country in the world? Anyone want to make any guesses? I can't hear you. It's no coincidence that best cycling cities are also very gender-equal. Who's it going to be? Right. Iceland. Finland is still there. Norway is still there. Sweden is still there. We've got New Zealand and Rwanda in there as well. Iceland. I don't know whether you can see where this is going. I certainly can't. So the next spurious data metric that I've got is the most happiest. Yes, that is a joke for people that don't like double comparatives. The most happiest countries in the world, according to the World Happiness Report, which has been produced since 2011, are about to come up on the screen. So, Finland! Oh, here we are. Oh, we've got 4 metrics to go through, people. We're on number 3. Finland is doing quite well, consistently good countrying. Netherlands is back in the game. Sweden here as well. So, the only one that we've got left to decide all of this is, obviously, most Eurovisions. Any guesses? Top Eurovision countries. Ukraine is actually a good guess, but is not actually there. Oh, well, you'll see in a moment. Your land, Ireland. Ireland, of course, in at number 1. Sweden, we've seen them a few times. I can see where this is going. Netherlands is back in the game. It was not one of the happiest countries in the world, but it is one of the most Eurovisions. The UK, little sad face there. This is the only one that we appear in, folks. Not happy, not equal, not good for cycling. So, the best country in the world ever. This has been very quick, hasn't it? How do we even decide this? So, Did anybody know which one it was? By my metrics, which have decided that all of this stuff. So, we've got Finland, 6th best cycling, 2nd most gender equal, 1st happiest. Sweden, 4th best cycling, 5th most gender equal, 6th happiest, 2nd most Eurovision wins. Netherlands, 1st best cycling, 5th happiest, 3rd most Eurovision wins. And by my metrics that I've made up, I'm sorry, the Royal Statistical Society, what are the conclusions? So, where are we? By my standards, Sweden is the best country in the world. It appeared on all of those 4 metrics. Most gender equal, women participating in more things like cycling, and they're happier because of it. Winning the Eurovision, unfortunately, isn't the best determinant of happiness. The UK is 19th, even though we are one of the top Eurovision winners, and our most cheerful friends in Finland were not one of the top Eurovision countries. One thing the research does tell us, just as a little plug, is that the more people cycle, the more children cycle, the more older people cycle, and the more women cycle. And of course, we all learned at the very beginning, the more women who cycle, the more sex we could all be having. So, take that to your policymakers. Tell them I sent you. Happy Eurovision. Here's to the freedom machine. I think that was the message. I'm sorry, that was very quick, wasn't it? Thank you.